Ronald Chapman is a federal defense attorney and legal analyst. He's back with us again for this weekend from Detroit. And Ronald, thanks as always for your time. You know, it's one thing to read in the indictment what was allegedly said on the audio recording and another to actually hear it plain as day. So this is a question we keep coming back to, but now given this evidence, what is Trump's defense?
Well, it's certainly damning evidence here. And one thing that I was surprised to hear is that the recording is actually incredibly clear. Unlike many of the recordings that we may have that were surreptitiously taken, there wasn't a lot of distortion, and we can clearly hear what Donald Trump said on the audio. Now, Donald Trump has maintained the declassification defense all along, that he had the ability to declassify these documents, and as a result, there would be no crime committed. But remember, the statute that Donald Trump was charged in was unlawful retention of national defense information. Violation of that statute does not require classification. So to answer the question, as far as Donald Trump's defenses, I think they are eroding minute by minute in this case.
Well, does this recording back Trump into a corner to the point of a plea deal now being in the realm of possibility?
That's a good question, and certainly one for Donald Trump. Given that his defenses seem to be eroding, most defendants in a case like this would look for a plea deal. That's going to minimize the potential sentence. That's going to allow for maybe some sort of cooperation against others. But Donald Trump has another problem, and that is the January 6th investigation that is currently ongoing, a case where he may have even better defenses. And a plea of guilty in this case and a subsequent indictment in that case would ensure that he's likely convicted under the January 6th investigation, which is something I'm sure he vehemently wants to defend.
Well, one theory among experts, even casual observers of this, is that the Trump team will try to delay as much as possible and really just run out the clock, so to speak, before Trump is reelected or a new Republican president would pardon him. How realistic of a possibility do you see that being?
That's probably the most realistic strategy here. Delay as much as possible to keep kicking the can down the road. In fact, a motion to continue the previously set trial date was filed, but this time it wasn't filed by Donald Trump. It was filed by the government so that security clearances could be granted for the defense counsel so that they can review the evidence in this case. Given the fact that the evidence is classified, given the fact that we've got Walt NADA also being arraigned now, given the complexity of the case, although it's only two defendants, there's a lot of documents to go over, he will have a fair opportunity to delay this trial, potentially causing it to be after the election.
Well, Ronald, you mentioned Walt NADA, the former president's valet. He's set to be arraigned this coming Thursday. What is his significance in the case going forward?
Oftentimes, a federal prosecutor will want to charge another party to the case, somebody that they really want to testify, potentially an insider, in an effort to get that person to essentially flip on the lead defendant and provide valuable information. If that person is interviewed and fails to roll over on the person who's the ultimate target of the investigation, they'll get hit with an indictment in order to secure a plea deal and some form of cooperation later. That's exactly what they're going to do with Walt NADA. He's going to face a difficult choice. Either sit at the defense table with Donald Trump and potentially go down with him, or race for the exits into the arms of the Department of Justice and provide a wealth of valuable information that will almost certainly secure a conviction in this case. It was a great move by the special prosecutor here. As unfortunate as it is for Walt NADA, but they do have a false statement related to his interview to seize on, and they're leveraging that to the best of their abilities.
Well, we'll find out soon what he does. For federal defense attorney Ronald Chapman, thank you as always for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Julie.